excuse me. Why do you always do that? Why, when I talk, I get the burps. Right, I want to first of all a big shout out to Fan Advocacy Network, okay? Because I just watched his video. I'll put the first wee bit of the video on just now.
I mean, sure, this doesn't surprise you. I'm sure this doesn't surprise you.
It's kind of a familiar story at this point, right? We were here with Ghostbusters. It seems like any time a woman steps forward and tries to put her toe in the water for a male-dominated field, we're right back here. It's so frustrating.
Do you think, and the social media platforms have been, they say, working hard. Twitter has made a lot of changes to fight online harassment, but does this go to show they're just not getting it?
Okay, so listen, a big thank out to him, and also another person I'm just going to put the link to. I don't get it. Okay, I do get it, right? So far, Captain Marvel's just came out, and it's doing good, and there's some people online that seems to think the film is good and whatnot, but then you get the 31%, 34% negative user scores, and people think that we are hating on this movie, right? Especially like from people like myself that have got no intention of seeing this film, mainly just because of this woman here, right? And she's later, and I'll probably show it a wee bit later, I'll put a link to the end of the video, she's actually came out and said that she's hated her cast members, people that she's worked with. She was on Jimmy Kimmel and everything else, and she's actually came out and said that. And before all this, she's been pushing her feminist agenda. Those two women there somehow don't get it. The populace of the world, basically, have somehow avoided all the YouTube and all the news about Brie Larson's comments about her fellow workers and her feminist views, basically hating all men and whatnot, right? Coming across it, she doesn't like, Samuel Jackson and stuff. She doesn't like the crew of the Avengers. Marvel's now reconsidering the ending of the Endgame, probably because of the way she has been behaving on the set. And so some people have been going like, for this film to do well, they must have said, right, we must go and see Captain Marvel because that's meant to somehow be the film before the end game, so we must go and see that. Even though there are some reports where you don't really need to see this film to get what the end game is all about. Also, you've got people that love the Marvel Universe, and for a woman to just step in there and totally make the men look weaker, pathetic, and everything else, and you kind of think, well, there's reason to believe that Nick Fury has had this woman's phone number for a long time, but he still thought the best thing to do would be start an Avengers team, which he doesn't really need to, because let's face it, most of the Avengers were men, and the way this world is treating men, all he had to do really was phone Carol Danvers, phone Captain Marvel, and she'll come and sort it out. I just seen a picture or a comment about the Supergirl season and how Supergirl goes into the Smallville world and basically makes Superman look pathetic. In the Smallville TV series. The Supergirl TV series, but kind of mixed it in with the Smallville. And yeah, it seems to be the normal trend but look, okay, Alita, Battle Agent, 60%, 94% loved it. We love women lead roles, right? Men don't have a problem with women taking the lead. That's why the Alien franchise was good, right? With Sigourney Weaver and everything else, right? So, and then I want to see Ghost in the Shell, and that's got a woman in the front of that. I love the Hunger Games and everything else. I really do hope this film really fails, and in a way it might actually help the Marvel universe. Now you will get people that will go out and defend this film, but I want these people to think: what are you defending? Are you defending it just because it's a Marvel film, right? Or are you defending it because you like the character? But should you be defending this movie, right? Despite the film, if the film's okay and everything else, but should you go out your way defending it? Because what you're defending is this woman, Brie Larson, coming out and being disrespectful for those people that have started your universe, being disrespectful to the whole Marvel universe, and thinking, just coming in at the end and making, and her attitude, behaviour towards men or whatnot, and the fact, I think she made a film long ago where she was singly handling or singly helping this Africa or something. This I can't remember. I seen a trailer for it and whatnot, but she was going in there as some sort of saviour for these tribes people and whatnot, and I went, no. She's even, what was the other score for her? Apart from the hating the white men, apart from mocking everybody that's ever worked for her, Brie Larson doesn't want you reviewing her superhero movie, White Males, right? And that was by the Washington Examiner. And then you've got, I don't need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him in A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him. I want to know what it meant for women of colour and all that. So, well, guess what? If memory serves me right, the first Captain Marvel was a black woman. So really, that must have been the route you should have took if you wanted to be so PC. But no, Marvel, along with the Ghostbusters, and those women you saw at the start of the video, what planet are they on that they don't realise that men don't go out and saluting like Man of Steel or whatnot and saying, oh, he was a man, he was doing this. No, we just say, right, that's, he did a good job. And when a woman like Sarah Connor does something great, we say, oh, she done, but it wasn't. There is no such gender behind it. She is looked at as an equal, and she's just treated as an equal in a male's eyes. Okay, this is the world that we're living in today. Men are looking at women who can kick their asses in equal terms. We do not need this feminine agenda where you go out and you make men look bad. Again, 94% of people loved Alita. Wonder Woman, 88% liked it. 93% on Dressed Tomatoes. It's got nothing to do. Men can love Wonder Woman. Right? She's up there with the gods, right? When I say gods, I don't mean Greek gods or whatever, but the best comic book heroes ever, Batman and Superman. She's up there, toe to toe, and there's been many stories of Wonder Woman kicking both those guys' asses. And there's never been any white man that's came forward, a black man or whatever, and say, oh no, she can't beat him up because we're men. Nah. But that's what the feminist movement is trying to do. That's what Disney is on, this agenda where they feel like you have to like this film, otherwise, because this is the feminist view, and whatever feminists say that must be obeyed and agreed with. There is no middle ground with that sort of movement, and this is a reason why Captain Marvel should fail. Not because it's a Marvel film, not because of any other reason apart from the agenda that Disney have, the fact that Rotten Tomatoes and critics alike are trying to hide the truth behind the biased things that they have done for this film, behind them taking away the want to see, taking away the comments because they're too scared to face the wrath of feminism, or something, or they're too scared to make a Disney film fail, or the fact that this is alongside Star Wars, right, with their feminist agenda there. I don't know what's going on with the movie industry, the TV industry right now. They're all trying to be politically or agenda driven, and that's not what makes a good story. Alita, which I haven't seen, but I want to really see it. Right, I really do want to see Alita. That has never came forward as anything but a character-driven story, and that's all we need. If Brie Larson kept her mouth shut, if Brie Larson didn't come out with all this gumph or the way she's treated these people, maybe the film would have fared better. And maybe the approach, maybe it wouldn't have had all those nasty comments behind it. This is the people trying to speak up, trying to voice their opinions that we do not want this feminist agenda shit. So please, for heaven's sake, let's make this film fail. I mean, it's got its money back already, right? Because it was such a low budget. And already made its money, because people, and rightfully so, shouldn't listen to critics, shouldn't listen to the viewers, shouldn't listen to me, right? But when you watch the news and you see her coming out of that, right, surely that must offend everybody. It must also offend women to see a woman treat men the way she's doing just now. And
again, people have put in the time, and so for the at the essentially, figuratively, the last minute, well, of course.
There's a lot of people to hate.
I see. I don't think this is the message that Marvel wants to spread to children.
So there's a lot of people to hate in these three films. And then you had Jimmy Kimmel saying, and that was from a guy called Douglas Ernst. Okay, again, these two links will be put in the end. That's her on it. And Jimmy Kimmel is trying to come out and say, I don't think this is what Marvel wants. Marvel doesn't want it. I'm surprised that Kevin Feige and everybody else hasn't made it publicly known that this isn't how we want our actors or actresses to act. But the fact is, they couldn't. They can't slam it down. They can't shut her up. Right? Otherwise, because of this feminist movement, will look like, the bad boys. That they've to be seen that they're sexist. Well, I'll tell you, no. You won't be seen as sexist by removing her from the movie, or shutting her up. You'll be treated as a hero from both sexes, because no self-respecting woman and no man wants this kind of person. I think this was it slogan, SJWs, some sort of warrior, social justice warriors like her leading the charge. No. And what would any Marvel fan actually want this feminist to land the killing blow in their Avengers movie? I mean, would that not be a two fingers to the Avengers that has been battling them from day one? I mean, that, after all that Marvel's accomplished, right? Even though I'm not a fan of it, right? You know what Marvel, that is going to be you on the gravestone at the end of your long journey, that Marvel screwed up the end by letting a feminist land at last punch. Yeah. Well, maybe I want that. You know, so prove me wrong. You know, let's put the smile off my face, okay? Because I would love that to be the case. But I know Marvel fans wouldn't. But it's up to you guys to defend or to hate. And it's up to you guys to change the fate of the Marvel's Endgame. Because as we know, there are rumours going about where they're desperately wanting to change the ending. But that's my truth. DC Vigilante out.